Alright, so this video is about how to create your scale drawing. Okay, so look at the situation we've got here, which is just like worksheet number 2. You've got a sketch. Okay, so it's saying a certain distance there, a certain distance there. That symbol, remember, means right angle. Okay, now when you go to do your full scale drawing, you'll have grid paper, so you can get the right angles correct. But you've got to shrink these distances down into the scale. Okay, so the scale distance. So we're going to divide them by 800 because that's what the scale is. All right, so it's in meters. Remember, what you start with is what you finish with. So let's start in centimeters. Now, my advice is do it on the diagram, on the sketch, before you go and actually make your real diagram, your real scale diagram. All right, so 76 meters times it by 100 to get the centimeters. So that's 7,600 centimeters. But then I'm going to divide it by 800. Okay, and you get your magic buttons. 7600 divided by 800, 9.5 centimeters. Okay, this one here, it's going to be 7,000 because it times it by 100, divided by 800. That's okay. We can't go to 7.75. I'm going to call it 8.75. I'm going to go to 8.8 because to the nearest millimeter is as good as we're going to get. Okay, so just move that to the side there. All right, so now you get your grid paper. Okay, and we're going to go right 9.5 centimeters. So that's 9.5 of these. I'm just going to start there. Right there, the point is 9.5. Okay, so that is that side. Then we want to do 8.8. So coming down this way. So there's 8 centimeters, 8.8 is there. And then we just join the two corners. Notice, because it's a triangle and I know that this is a right angle, I don't need to go and do this side with the scale. Okay, I don't actually need to go and figure out what that is because all you need to do is get those two sides. Bang, and that is the scale diagram. The final thing you do, and you've got to do this for your assignment, just put the scale on it. Done. So the idea is if somebody else comes along to get this, they can now figure out everything about it because they know what the scale is. All right, so what if you don't have a big number for the scale like 800? Okay, so this one here, this one is a 12. Okay, so just to demonstrate that the same process applies, I'm going to get each of these first of all to centimeters and then divide it by 12 to get centimeters on the diagram. Okay, times it by 100 as before, so that's 72 centimeters. It's 0.72 meters, is 72 centimeters, but I'm not dividing by 800 this time, I'm dividing by 12. Okay, let's see what that is. 72 divided by 12, straight up 6 centimeters. Okay, this one down here, that's 1.3 meters, so that's 130 centimeters divided by 12. Okay, so we're going to have to cut it off there. I'm going to call it 10.8. This one, I'm not going to do this working out. I'm just going to show you. You can just write it on the diagram. That's 65 centimeters. 65 divided by 12. Call it 5.4. Okay, so now this is a trapezium. Okay, I've got right angle there, right angle there. So if I just get those two there, so those 3 lines, if I do those 3 lines on the diagram, then I just join the dots there to get that side. So let's see if I can fit it in on this piece of paper. Let's do the long side first. So I've got 10.8. I'm going to start there. So there's my 10 mark, and then there's 10.8 just there. Okay, then I've got a right angle going up. How far? I've got 5.4 centimeters going up this side. That's about there. Okay, and the top bit is 6 centimeters precisely. Alright, so you can just count if you want, but it'll end up there. Now, I'm not running on a grid line, but you just got to line it up with the other grid lines to make sure you do have a nice right angle there. Okay, and then right angle, then I just got to join those 2 points, which is that one, and that gets my sloping side. Okay, done. So that is 1:12. You just got to write that on the thing at the end. That is how you do your own scale drawings. In the assignment, you are going to be dealing with 1:100. So it'll actually be way easier than these, because if the real life, let's say it's 8.6 meters, then on the diagram, easy as, that's just 8.6 centimeters. Okay, so this is actually harder than what you've got to do on the assignment. But that's for worksheet 2. Go do it.